of all, Soulive, thank you all so much for coming back down to South Florida. I know you don't always make a lot of gigs down here. You do a lot of our festivals and stuff. I really want to thank you for doing CHeeSeHeaDPRoDuCTioNS. This is like a straight underground online message out there for all the people. All of our Florida shows these guys are out putting up on the web, and a lot of comments and activity around it. So this is really big for our scene. This is really good.
Right on. Right on.
So I guess first thing I want to talk about is Bowlive. I mean, that was one of the most amazing. Well, I wasn't there, but the recordings I listened to and everything I saw about it, it was just kind of the best lineup of funk and jazz and really a lot of what New York had to offer. What was it like collaborating with those artists? What was it like putting that together?
It was honestly really tiring, but well worth it. We were at the Brooklyn Bowl, I'd say like 90, pretty much every waking hour in those few
like at least like four. Those were like kind of 14-hour days. Kind of.
Yeah,
really.
We'd be there early because every day we'd have different people singing, so we'd rehearse new material. Sometimes people would just call us that day, be like, "Hey, I'm coming down." We'd be like, "Okay, let's try to do this tune and that tune." And, we had Ryan Zoidis leading the horn section, putting all the horns together, and then the three of us running through all different things.
We would rehearse right up until the doors open. Eat dinner, and you're so sad. I mean, but it was great though, cause Peter Shapiro, one of the owners of Brooklyn Bowl, you and Pete kind of kicked it years ago. Like when he was first opening the spot, he was kind of like, I want to do this thing, and he had this crazy concept of, I want to have you guys here for 2 weeks, and we were just kind of like, really? And that's what initially sparked it. And the cool thing about it is that we had friends that were all on stage. It wasn't just like we put together. That's why it was really great and really special. Because we just had tons and tons of friends. That's the same when people call us up. Like all of a sudden, like someone flew into town, and they were like, then over the first couple of days, the people just knew what was going on. They were like, yo, I'm coming down to be part of Bowlive. So that's what happened over those couple of weeks that we were there.
It's one of those things that it built as it was happening. But it's not, there's a certain amount we plan out, and a lot of it is spontaneous, and that's why it's like people don't even care who's on the bill. They just know that something crazy is gonna happen. Whether it's like Schofield and O'Teal show up, or Derek Trucks, or Warren, or you never know who's gonna show up. There's certain people on the bill, but that's like only really a third of what happens. You know what I mean? So honestly, a lot of it, we're as excited and as surprised as anyone. We're like, oh damn, look who just showed up. Okay, you know what I mean? So for us, it's exciting to just see how it unfolds every time. So we're looking forward. We're getting ready for the next one. Starting to think about that. So
what also I was really surprised about was the audience. People, diehard people. I mean, there were people that came 10 days. Yeah. I went to this private arts club, and there's this guy sitting there with a bow tie, suit jacket, his Sperry's on, no socks. He's sitting there by the fireplace. He was like, hey, he's like, wonderful shows at the I was like, you were at from the Upper East Side, was totally just he came 5 days in a row. Yeah. And just raged there. I mean, it was so nuts. And so that was a cool thing to see, people that just wanted to see us every single night. That's what's wild. A lot of people come see us for 10 days. But it was different every single night. All the guests.
And it's home too. So
yeah.
You got that. You got that real grassroots crew with you.
Yeah.
On that note too, though, I got to actually be lucky enough to see you guys back in 2003 in Boston, and I've been following ever since. And I've seen a lot of growth in this kind of jazz fusion funk scene. And what you're talking about is all these musicians really collaborating and getting hyped about this new music. And the fans, I think, are responding. There's a lot flying around. Popular music's kind of declining, going here and there. Not that you guys, with Lettuce having a lot of players playing on popular albums as well. But, what do you think about that new jazz, exposing it to people, and why are people so excited about, kind of a roots take on new progressive music?
I don't think, we're not jazz artists, you know. But I think the one thing that's in common about it is it's a live experience that's for the most part that people want to see. That connects all
it's also like an alternative to pop music where people just press play on a computer and sing over a track. Like what we're doing, you're a part of what's creating. You know what I mean? It's like you can't be in the studio when we're creating those tracks and playing, but you can be in the audience when we're coming up with something fresh. And that's when we're most excited. And it just so happens that the audience is as excited. So it's that kind of thing where everyone's a part of this experience, including us. Like we're watching this thing unfold, and so are they. You know what I mean? And like even in the show tonight, like we improvised a lot of different things we've ever done tonight. But then when you also throw in all these other people, because when someone else comes and plays with us, like we're not like saying, oh, this is our song, fit into our little thing. It's like, okay, what do you got? Like let's do this. Like what are we going to do right now? Like, you know.
I think that's so. People exactly. When we're up there, you can see that we are having fun. You know what I mean? We're not up there like, you know, these new cats coming in and we spent all day learning these songs. And that's the first year of Bowlive, we took that really seriously. Like we, you know, and it kind of, I wouldn't say it backfired, but it made it a little bit harder. So the second we're like, you know what, we're gonna learn these tunes, but we know that you have to expect the unexpected, you know.
Let things
exactly.
Yeah, let things flow and open-ended.
And it just made it a lot, it was a more relaxed vibe on stage, and I think people in the audience, when they see that and they feel that, they really get into it because they see that there's something, even, you know, like, there's mistakes, you know, like things, and sometimes it's visible, like we're looking at each other like, yo, how are you? But, and then you just create something out of that situation. And people who see that, you know, happening, instead of like Brad was saying, going to a show where it's just track, you know, and it's the same as the album or whatever, you know, and it's just, okay, whatever, you know, but you see some people, you know, having fun, creating something new that didn't happen last night, that's not going to happen tomorrow, you know, like it's all.
I think that's something else that I think we've always done as well, you know, you see us for 10 days. You know, of course we make our set list, but you're never gonna see the same thing twice. And I think that's one thing that people to come out, you know, every single night.
And in that strain, you know, I see you guys online all the time. I'm actually Facebook friend with you, so I follow up. You know, like your Spotify list is out of control. I'm checking out, I'm like pulling all the classics into my own list, trying to listen. Like you doing the DJ Craft stuff with your mixtape, getting different kind of content out there. And I've seen a lot of your projects too, and your multimedia projects that you put together. How do you all get into this, and how do you let this kind of feed your personalities and the music all as a big thing?
Well, I don't think they're all connected. They're not. I think that's one thing. They're not separated, so you can't separate those parts from our stuff. I think it's just as equal when you see like the Soulive show, or when you see us producing stuff in the studio, artists doing mixes, doing other work, whether it's work with movies or whatever it is. I think it's just as equal parts. You know.
How do you stay up on like what you want to do? Like, what keeps you fresh in that technology scene? Do you really keep on it?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's hunting out. I get inspired by music, me creating music and hearing the music. That's all I ever want to do. I think that's all I've searched for. Is music that music where you're blown away. You're like, that's why I play music. That's why I do. That's why I love it. When you hear something that just makes you go, oh, I wish I would have came up with that. That's what it is. And that's the stuff I hope that people hear us. They go, wow, I wish I, you know, it's like when you kind of get that when you come to a Soulive show. You know, people are like, oh wow, something they never heard before, something.
Cool. What about the Funky President mixtape? How'd that idea come along?
Well,
put that together.
Really was like,
right. Well, obviously,
yes, that was the very beginning. But really, like, you know, I've always been into like playing music and like, you know, and like, you know, being the source of the music at a party or whatever like that. And then like when I got hip to this program called Ableton Live, I realized that I didn't have to be a turntablist to be a DJ, you know, because I never was really a turntablist, even though I play records on turntables. I'm not really one of these guys that does all this flashy stuff, but I've always been like a technical, like, I've always been like into engineering, into Pro Tools and all that stuff. So when I found that, I was like, oh wow, I can use this to like DJ and whatever. You know, I got some like we needed someone, we needed like someone to open the show on New Year's Eve. And I was like, I think I can do it. And literally, I just like spent all like 2 days just putting this,
That's right. That's
this
how you
set
put that
together.
for that.
And then as I did a few more shows and like I like put like I finally like recorded like myself doing my best set of those tunes, and then made that the mixtape. And now I have like a few other ones that I'm gonna put out. And you know, I'm trying to incorporate more and more original remixes in my own tracks. Like that one was mostly other people's music, but the next one is a little bit more just my stuff. With, you know, I'll take acapellas of Michael Jackson or Jay-Z or whatever, do remixes of that. So I'll put more and more of that as I develop it. And, yeah, that was a really fun project. I've been DJing a lot now, doing a lot of shows, after parties, things like that. It's fun.
We got 3 major festivals coming up with you guys down here. We got Bear Creek stacked this year. I'm sure you guys are psyched about that. Pretty much a lot of those Bowlive characters are going to be right out there, so I'm hoping to see some of that, as well as the Jam Cruise Jam Room. I know you guys are doing one of the late nights there, so super excited about that. And then it's one that just popped up, Bonfire for New Year's. So.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Always appreciate you guys come to Florida. I feel like you guys treat us like not a second home, but a great place to go party, rage with your friends, and a lot of family down here.
Yeah, I really hope to do more. You know, we always get here in the winter, which is good. But I definitely want to have more as much as possible. Obviously, I think
Nice. Well, check out Soulive at all your festivals coming down here in Florida, and really thank you guys. We got Neil Evans, Eric Krasno, and Alan Evans. Much love and respect. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.